Yo, what is up, Clashers, and welcome to the Barcelona Spain strategy guide. Today we got a shout out to PF1 Rogue F One, a very casual team in the family, so if you want to join, send them an invite. We got today the wet weather condition, a dry weather condition. We got to talk about the boost, some tips, track stats. We also have an ERS management map, and we have a gameplay to follow through at the end. Let's start off with our wet conditions. For both your drivers, we have the same strategy more or less. Driver number one will go with a 4 wets, 5 wets, even if you have a weak or a strong tire management. And driver number two would do the opposite. He will go with a 5 wets, 4 wets, if you have a weak or strong tire management. Because the track has a boost towards tire management, you could also add either Tasa, November or NASA, and you will easily get those 5 laps even with a weak tire management. Over to your dry conditions, driver number one will go for a 4 medium, 5 hards, and driver number two on a 5 hard, 4 medium. Let me be specific here. If you can do the 5 mediums, go for a 4, 5 mediums and a 5, 4 on mediums, because the hard tires are pretty slow, but we just have it there just in case. For your strong tire management, you want to go for a 4 soft, 5 mediums, and 5 mediums, 4 softs. Over to the notes, please bear in mind that Barcelona is one of the fastest tracks in F1 Clash alongside Austria and Brazil. And if you cannot get that fast lap with your 4 softs, your alternative strategy would be a 3-3-3 all softs. The track stats for Barcelona, tire management and cornering, meaning your car setup should be towards cornering. And if you have your drivers all maxed out, your best and fastest driver here would be Lando Norris. If not, pick your the driver that has the most tire management. As we spoke before, your 3 best boost is NASA, Movember and Sa. Let's go over to the ERS management. And on the long straight, you want to conserve. And then we got one more little conserve further along the track. There's a lot of boosting here, a lot of overtakes. So be very wary of how to manage your ERS in this track. So let's go over into some gameplay in Barcelona and let's see how we catch on. So here we are. We're going to go over and get qualified on our Champions GP here in Barcelona. We opted for our best 2 drivers with the highest tire management, and that is Sergio Perez and Lewis Hamilton. We do get a little bit of a head start in front of our rival, and we spot here that you can see we got the maximum laps that you can do with the softs is 3 laps. But once you add the boosts, and we opt for Sa on both of them, that will change. You will be able to do 4 laps on those softs and 5 laps on those mediums. So just be wary about that. You can go for more laps as soon as you add those boosts. We do not have a race start boost added, so we are hoping that we do get a good start somehow with both our drivers. Hamilton has a good race start, to be honest, on his stats, and he's managing to get along up the field very, very quickly. So he's currently on P9 and Sergio Perez on the soft on P13. Hopefully before the lap limit finishes, we can get and squeeze in some more positions. Hamilton has made it to P5, and now we're going to finish off the first lap, which means the race start is now over. The boost of race start is now over for Lewis Hamilton. So this is why maybe we will start losing some positions. He is still on P5, fighting off the Ferraris, and Perez is alongside him on P10, going up quite nicely. Now on to P9, and we are managing our ERS as much as we can. I don't need to boost at the moment. I do feel I'm in a very comfortable position with my drivers. And as you can see here, as we mentioned before, once we applied the boost, we have 4 laps on the softs, and we are able to do 5 laps with the mediums. We're going to help a little bit. Hamilton pushing in a few corners. He's on P2 trying to catch up onto the P1 position. Sergio Perez going to give him a little push on this corner up to P4. We get the McLaren done, and easy as it goes into P3. So lap 4, and as you can see, Perez has enough tires left till the end of the lap. Jesus, I got a little bit stuck there. So the 4 laps for Sergio Perez, P2 is working pretty well, and Hamilton has to get with 20% of tire management before he reaches the entry of the pit, and he's made it with 24%. So we are safe with Hamilton, keeping him on the amber. If it was a PvP race, unfortunately, this is a race against the bot. You should conserve more your drivers on the straight instead of like leaving it amber like I am doing right now. I do feel very comfortable against this bot, so there's no need for me to be conserving and push. That is mostly when you have a PvP race. So there we go. Perez is working his way up the field and back onto the top 2. And Hamilton, would he come out in front? Yeah, Hamilton comes out in front on the softs. And we've just nailed the P1 and P2 very easily against this spot. But just please remember, when you're on against a PvP player, you need to conserve more on the long straights. And this is the other part where you can conserve also and then push on the corners as much as you can. I hope you enjoyed this strategy. Unfortunately, it's very hard to get PvP races for the exact trucks when I want to push out these strategies. So whenever I get the chance to do it in the Champions GP, I will be pushing more strategies like this. So make sure you like and subscribe, and you should not miss out on any other content on F1 Clash. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you out in the track.